Hi Virgo. So let's do a 4-layered spread to try to capture as much of the energy around you as we can. So I have 2 tarot decks and 2 oracle decks. So we're starting with 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, Justice, the World, Knight of Wands, 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords, the Lovers, Page of Pentacles. Under this deck is Ace of Cups. Then we're going to get 6 of these tarot cards. Okay, 10 of Wands wants out, so we're taking it. King of Swords, Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups, 3 of Pentacles again, 4 of Wands. Under this deck is 8 of Swords. Then we'll take 6 of these Prism Oracles. So there's love, illumination, passion, intuition, disruption, magic. Under this deck is anxiety. And then we'll take 2 of these big picture oracle cards. And then, oh, the fish just wanted to show itself. That's an abundance of something. And the pig is actually a bigger abundance of something. So there's clearly, this wants out too. There's the fox. Okay, underneath this deck is the dog. So Virgo, what this feels to me is that it feels like you have done a lot of healing as far as your heart chakra, because I see these 2 pink cards, but there's still something holding you back. There's still something that's causing you anxiety, because I'm seeing this anxiety card and I'm seeing the 8 of Swords, which is really about fears and keeping ourselves small, and anxiety, frankly, stress can be the 8 of Swords. There's our ways of holding ourselves back because we don't believe in ourselves is generally what that means. But the surface of these cards, the surface energy of this reading is telling me that you have a lot of talents, a lot to give. I'm seeing the pig card. We saw the fish. So it's like you have tons that you can offer to the world or to other people. I'm seeing the dog card here. This could be clients. This could be friends. This could be siblings. We'll get into it. But it feels like you have so much to offer, but you're holding yourself back. Even though I feel like with this Ace of Cups, you feel like you can do it, but then you talk yourself out of it. So Virgo, if this feels like your reading, then let's get into this. So we're starting with the 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. So you're holding on to something. You're holding on to something that feels like it's become too much. It feels like you've done too much. You've invested too much. You've taken a long-term position on something, but it's like you refuse to let it go. So that's what I'm getting from your current energy. And that may be the thing that's causing you stress or keeping you feeling small. But your near future energy is the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So this is you. You're showing up as both of these people. So you're showing up in a very confident and vibrant, ambitious, spontaneous kind of way, but also because you're following your intuition. So it feels like that's why we're seeing this Ace of Cups at the bottom of this deck, is because you know it's time to let this go, but you haven't yet. So, but I see you doing that. I see you moving very confidently towards something that perhaps you weren't doing before. I feel like you might be trying to pursue some kind of a connection here, but let's see what the cards say. Because in your trigger position, you have the 3 of Pentacles and love. So This feels like something you love very much, or a person you love very much. Could be a friend, because we do have the dog here, but make it make sense for you and your situation. But it feels like you're having trouble working together with someone or something when it comes to love. So make this make sense for you. If this is a passion project for you, it's like you're refusing to let this go. You're refusing to let an old way, letting that go. And you're having trouble finding maybe people to collaborate with or people to work with. Or more likely, if this is a love reading for you, Virgo, it feels like you're not letting go of some relationship that is really starting to drain you, really starting to drag you down, someone who is not cooperative. It's getting the sense that like someone who is moody or clingy or just overall not cooperative is what I'm getting from that. And so, but I do think you're looking for a connection, but it feels to me like you haven't quite found maybe the right person or the right idea, because I'm seeing this fox in your environment, and we'll get to that, but it feels like the person you're dealing with is just overall kind of uncooperative and only looking out for themselves. And if you're looking for a true connection, then it's never a good idea to be in a connection with someone who only looks out for themselves. So you see yourself as the Five of Swords and intuition. So this is you ignoring your intuition. This is you lying to yourself. So perhaps you have told yourself that this person really is changing, or this person is trying to cooperate, or they are coming in the right way this time, and maybe they are a good investment for me. But I feel like this is really you just lying to yourself, because the Five of Swords is my lying card, about what your intuition is trying to really tell you, what your intuition is really trying to bring into you about this person. So it feels to me like you kind of know that, though, that you understand that, because this is how you see yourself. It's almost like you know you're lying to yourself, but it's because you want a connection with this person. But what I'm getting is that you just want a connection in general. This is just the person who happens to be in your energy at the moment. So the Six of Swords, the King of Swords, illumination, and the pig. This is what your soul is speaking to you. This is what your soul is telling you. Your soul is telling you to escape this situation, that whatever this is, this 10 of Wands that you won't release, this perhaps a draining relationship that you won't release, your soul is asking you to really understand, to get out of Dodge. The Six of Swords is the card of escape. The King of Swords is a flow of information. Your soul is trying to give you this information and illumination in a big way with the pig. You have a really strong sense of intuition. I can feel that. I can see that. I know that's what's going on here. And your soul is trying to remind you to stop ignoring your intuition, because you know that escaping this situation is really the best thing for you. And you also know that you may be lying to yourself about that. So in your environment, you have the Nine of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, disruption, and the fox. This is exactly what we were saying. There is certainly some kind of stress that's caused here, because now we have the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and anxiety. So this situation that you're in, there's something very much out of balance, and you already know it. The Three of Pentacles is saying that you need someone who's going to cooperate with you, not someone who's going to disrupt you, and certainly not someone who's only in it for themselves with the Fox card. So this is just a reiteration of what we said, that this person is really, you know that this person is not good for you. You know that this person is not really cooperative or bringing you what you're bringing. Make it make sense for you and your story, but you're holding on anyway. But again, I do see you moving on confidently. I do see you listening to your intuition with this Queen of Cups. So then we have justice and passion. So you've already experienced this. So maybe in the past, because there was a lot of passion in this relationship, or maybe because there was balance at one point, or maybe this person did begin the relationship bringing you exactly what you were bringing and matching you where you were, but I do feel like it became chaotic. And that's going to be a little bit different for everybody's story, but it feels to me like the situation became chaotic, even though at first it was very passionate and balanced and it felt like destiny to you. But then I think you started to realize that it wasn't quite that way. Once you started to dig deeper into the relationship or get closer to this person, this passion just became an overload and became 10 wands. And then it became draining because I feel like you were the one who was probably putting in most of the work, because I see this fox here, and the fox doesn't put in work. The fox takes advantage of other people and uses their hard work for their benefit. So then we have the Lovers and Magic. So this feels like this is your shadow side, that you have difficulty perhaps making a choice, perhaps manifesting. When I see the Lovers and Magic in the shadow position, it really makes me feel like you are not clear enough about your manifestations, that the universe does not know what to bring you. And I think that's why this Ace of Cups is here. It's saying get very clear on what it is that you want. Listen to your intuition and use your intuition to manifest in, to bring in that magic that we already see. I can already see, and I think I already said, that you are capable of doing so many things, but you may be keeping yourself small. You might not believe in yourself. And I think that's the shadow side of you, is that you don't even believe in your own magic. But this combination, the Lovers and Magic, are saying get very clear on what choice you're making. Choose with your heart, choose with your intuition, and be very clear. And then put your order out into the universe so the universe can bring that to you. But if you're going back and forth between, well, I think this person is good enough. Well, I think this person is starting to cooperate. I think this person wants to give me what I give. I think this person used to do that. As long as you're saying those types of messages to yourself, the universe is not going to know what to bring you. So it could be, stop lying to yourself, understand that this person is a fox, and get very clear on what it is you do want, and then it will start to come in. I see you transforming though, because your near future, again, is this Knight of Wands and this Queen of Cups. So you do have a good transition of self coming, especially because I'm seeing this World and the Ace of Wands. So this is what you're manifesting in. You're manifesting in the ending to whatever this 10 of Wands is, whatever this draining relationship is for you. You are manifesting in the ending, the closure, you're closing the loop. And the Ace of Wands is the universe giving you a bonus, giving you an offering, an opportunity, some kind of reward, because you closed out this cycle. You finally put those 10 wands down and you started listening to your intuition. And then your potential final outcome is the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. This is you celebrating your brand new start. You're building, you're learning again, you're starting over, you're learning how to use your intuition. And I don't see a new connection in this energy, but this is just capturing your current snapshot of an energy that's going on right now. But you are being guided. So therefore, I know if you're looking for a connection, it's going to happen. But I think the cards are saying don't focus on a new connection. Focus on what's going on here. Focus on getting in tune with that intuition and really connecting to your intuition, because that's where you're going to find this stability. That's when you're going to be able to start fresh. Page of Pentacles builds from the ground up, but the Four of Wands is a strong foundation, which tells me that your potential final outcome is you building a strong foundation. Then once that strong foundation comes in, that's when that connection can come in. But if you're in an Eight of Swords and anxiety energy, you're not going to manifest in the connection that you want. You're just going to manifest in more of these exhausting and draining types of energies. So does that make sense? So this is really just about, don't ignore your intuition. Understand that your soul is trying to illuminate you, to show you that this person is very disruptive, and to really just know what you want to manifest. Be very clear about it. Be very clear that you do not want this, but you do want this. Be very clear. And that's it. That's all you have to do, Virgo. So will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.